So in this video, we're going to talk about piecewise functions, and the first topic that we're going to cover is writing a piecewise function. So if we take a look, this is the word problem that we're given. A museum charges $5 a person for a tour with a group of 1 to 9 people. Or they have a fixed fee of $50 for a group of 10 or more. So they're kind of capping that amount of money. If you have 100 people, it's just going to be 50 bucks. But if you're between 1 and 9 people, then that's going to be $5 a person. So you are supposed to write a function relating the number of people in to the cost. So hopefully you can see that the cost is going to depend on the number of people. So we would be able to write that as cost, as it depends on n, the number of people. And then we have two different rates. We have $5 a person. So we have 5n, right? N is going to be the number of people. But that is only in existence if you have a group from 1 to 9 people. Now, there's a couple of ways that you could write that. You could say, and of course you have people, you can't have half a person. So you can say that your domain for that is going to be from 0 is less than n is less than 10. And because of those inequality symbols, you now have number sets of people that are between 1 and 9. Or somebody could argue that the domain should be 1 is less than or equal to n is less than or equal to 9. So in this case, I'm going to go with the first one. But if you have a case for that one, then I would definitely take it. As long as your domain makes sense, then I can't argue with that. So in this case, now we've got what happens when we have n is greater than or equal to 10 people. So what is the cost at that time? So when you've got a fixed fee, that is going to be representative of a constant. So no matter how many people you have, the fee is just going to be $50. All right, so you've got a fixed fee of $50 for a group of 10 or more. So I'm just going to make that color coding to be the proper color. All right, so that would be your piecewise function. And so now let's go into evaluating a piecewise function. So here we've got a cell phone company uses the function, well, it's not below, it's beside, to determine the cost in dollars for gigabytes of data transfer. So if we can look over here and analyze the cost, this right here is a flat fee. So this right here is a constant. So it's just a horizontal line. All right. And that's only if you go from 0 to 2 gigs. But if you use more than 2 gigs, you're going to be dealing with this equation. So on number 1, we have find the cost of using 1.5 gigabytes. So 1.5 is going to be found within this domain, right? Because 1.5 is in between 0 and 2, which means it's going to cost us $25. We're in that flat fee space. Now we're going to use that 4 gigabytes. We're going to use this other equation, and let me change colors here. So when you've got 4 gigabytes, that means we fall in this domain where g is greater than or equal to 2. So now what we need to do is just copy down the equation for that and substitute 4 and solve from here. So 25 plus 10 times 2, we've got 25 plus 20, and so we've got 45. So the cost of 4 gigabytes is going to cost me $45.